Hi everybody, how are you? I hope you all are fine and safe and enjoying your online studies. In the previous session, we have discussed about lesson number 3, soil erosion and conservation. Are you all solving the worksheets given by your teacher? You should do that. Now, let us take a recap on what we have discussed in the previous session. Where do you find the soil? Yes, the upper layer of earth is mostly soil. What is the soil made up of? Soil is made up of small particles of broken down rocks and dead remains of plants and animals. We also discussed about importance of soil. Is it possible to have life on earth without soil? No, definitely not, because we depend on plants for our food, for oxygen, and the plants require the soil to grow. That's why without soil, life is not possible on earth. We also discussed that many animals, microorganisms they make their home inside the soil, and materials from the soil are used to build our houses. Now, how is soil formed? Yes, soil is made up of rock. But long ago, there were only rocks on the surface of the earth. These rocks were broken down by the action of wind, water, air, weather, animals, plants by a process called as weathering. Yes, so weathering is the breaking down of rocks into smaller pieces. Soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks into smaller pieces by a process called weathering. Weathering can be caused by animals, plants, rain, flowing water, wind, and weather changes. For example, when the water moves in the rivers, it has got some force and it carries the rocks along with it. Because of the force of water, the rocks dash or knock against each other. Then they break down into smaller pieces and smaller pebbles. These pebbles finally break down and are converted into tiny grains of sand over a large period of time. In this way, the water plays an important role in the process of weathering. In the same way, wind also takes away the soil and rocks and bring about the process of weathering. As the soil forms, it settles down in layers on the surface of land. There are various layers of soil. On the bottom, it has bigger stones which are known as gravel. Above the gravel, we have smaller particles of sand. Above the sand, small particles called clay are present in the layer of soil. At the top of the soil, it is made up of dark black or brown color thing which is known as humus, which is very fertile. This layer is known as the top layer. The topmost layer is very fertile as it has humus. Now, when the soil was formed, it was taken away by wind or water to different places from the place from where it was formed. Then what happens? The top layer, when removed, the soil which remains is not that fertile. So the land becomes barren and is unfit for farming. Therefore, what is erosion? The process of water or wind carrying away the soil is known as erosion. So, what is erosion, children? The process of water or wind carrying away the soil is called erosion. Now, Soil erosion can be done by various agents like erosion by wind, erosion by water, erosion by human activities like deforestation, overgrazing, farming also at times play role in the process of soil erosion. Now, erosion by water. This picture you can see how soil erosion takes place by water. Moving water, as you know, has a force. When the water flows, it carries away the soil from the place where it was formed. In the same way, during the rainy season, when the water flows down the hill, it takes away the topsoil while moving towards the land. In comparison to land, water moves faster on the hills, isn't it? Right. Why? Because it has got a slope. On the slope, it flows faster. Flowing water erodes soil from the river banks also. Thus, the river that flows down carry more and more soil. The flow of the river is faster in hills, and when it reaches the plains, the flow slows down, and the river deposits the soil which is carried from the hill on the way and also from the banks of the river. When the deposited soil increases over the years, it can cause the river to change its way. And when the river changes way, it causes the flood, which cause heavy loss of property and destruction. Now, another way of erosion is erosion by wind. Now, when wind also blows with a force, it carries away the topsoil. If the soil is not covered or it is not having any vegetation. Now, can you tell me what cover or vegetation can the soil have? Right, the soil can have plants or even the broken down plants or leaves or grass. It helps as a cover on the soil. But when there is nothing from these on the soil, it is very easy for the wind to carry away the soil. Especially in the dry areas, the wind blows away the topsoil. In the places, particularly in deserts, the erosion is a natural process that moves the soil from one location to the another. The erosion by wind is most common in deserts, coastal areas, etc. Erosion due to human activities. By now, we saw how soil is getting eroded by wind or water. Now, we are going to discuss about how the activities of humans leads to the erosion of soil. Right, erosion due to activities of humans. Plants provide protective covers on the soil on the land to prevent soil erosion. As you know that the roots of the plant hold the soil tightly. So the plants slow down the water as it flows over the land. When the soil is being blown away by water or wind, the humus is removed or a very fertile soil is removed and the land become barren. So, we should not cut trees. We will see how deforestation bring about the erosion of soil. Humans cut down the forest and remove the plant covers which has increased the soil erosion. Do you know that we require plants for various purposes? Right, for making papers, making medicines, for various things, for making furniture, for making their homes. Various things humans require the plants and wood for various purposes which they get from the trees. So they cut down the trees for some or the other reasons. They also require land to build the farms, factories, cities, and roads. For the requirement of wood and land, humans cut down the forests. In doing so, they leave the land without plants and increase soil erosion. Humans have cleared the forest to fulfill various needs, which is not good because when the soil is not having any vegetation or it is without plants, the soil becomes loose and the loose soil can be easily carried away by wind or water. In this way, cutting down of plants or deforestation has increased the erosion of soil. Now, the next thing is overgrazing. Human beings rear cattle for many different needs. They take their cattle to the grasslands for grazing. Now you know that the grass is like a cover. Yes, it protects the soil. As you know that the herbivore animals eat grass and different plants. Now, grazing by animals, the grazing animals move over large areas of natural grassland and eat grass and shrubs which removes plant cover of that area and soil is exposed to the agents of erosion like wind and water. Overgrazing takes place when vegetation or pasture is repeatedly removed from the land and is not given enough time to grow again. Overgrazing arises as a result of too many animals grazing on a piece of land continuously, as you can see in the picture. Grazing of grass by animals removes the soil cover. Without the plant or vegetation cover, the soil is left bare. That means without any cover. The soil can be easily eroded by wind or water. It is exposed to harsh weather, heavy rain, wind and water carry away the topsoil, which is very fertile. This is how overgrazing results in the erosion of soil. Now, in some way, farming is also responsible for soil erosion. In the process of farming, the farmers plow the land to plant seeds, which make the soil loose, which might lead to erosion of soil. The fine soil is blown away by wind or water. So what has to be done? We have to save the soil because soil is very important for us. This is known as soil erosion. This is known as soil conservation. The protection of soil against erosion is called soil conservation. Soil conservation is the prevention or loss of topmost layer of soil from erosion. Now, soil conservation includes all those measures which help in protecting the soil from getting eroded. Knowing about the importance of soil, it is very important that we take strict measures to save the soil from getting eroded. This is known as conservation of soil. The soil erosion is the greatest problem for agriculture as it requires fertile soil and the process of erosion takes away the topmost layer of soil which is very fertile. The soil is the most precious asset and no other gift of nature is so essential to human life as the soil. A productive soil can give good agriculture, industrial development, economic development, etc. The soil is very important. The topmost layer of soil is known as topsoil, which is very fertile. So it is very important to save the soil from getting eroded or by carried away or being carried away by wind or water. So the process of protection of soil against erosion is known as soil conservation. There are various methods which can be used to save the soil from getting eroded. These are called as methods of conservation. They are afforestation, soil cover, shelter belts, terrace farming, building embankments. Now, the first is afforestation. Afforestation means planting of trees. Planting of trees is very effective in preventing soil erosion in hilly areas. By planting more and more trees, the top layer of soil becomes less prone to erosion by wind or water, thus prevents erosion and help in conservation of soil. Many government and non-government organizations have started afforestation programs. Afforestation is the effort to plant trees in barren lands so as to create a forest. Human beings cut down trees. Afforestation is the process of introducing trees and tree seedlings in the area that has previously been cleared. So, in the process of afforestation means planting trees. We know that the roots of plant hold the soil firmly, thus prevents the soil from getting eroded. So planting trees is very effective to prevent the soil from getting eroded, and it's a very effective method of conservation of soil, especially in hilly areas. Growing grass or on hills prevent the soil erosion by water flowing down in the slopes. The best way to conserve soil is to increase the area under forest. Means if we plant more and more trees, the roots of the plants will hold the soil and it will not allow it to get eroded easily by wind or water. So you have to plant trees. The next method is soil cover. Soil cover, to prevent soil erosion, soil is covered with dried vegetation. Now, when the trees are cut or there is nothing grown on the soil like grass or it is devoid of any vegetation, you know the bare soil can be easily taken away by wind or water. So, soil cover means vegetation or which includes any crop or any remaining part of crop can be used to cover the surface of soil like dried leaves, etc. Soil cover is needed if the gap is too long between harvesting one crop and establishing a new. As after the crop is harvested, one crop is harvested and before the next crop is sown, the soil remains bare, which can be easily eroded by wind or water. To prevent this, farmers either grow grass or cover the land with dried vegetation. So, when the soil is covered, the wind or water cannot carry it away and thus prevent the process of soil erosion. It is not necessary to grow anything. It can simply be covered by dried leaves or different dried part of plant so that the soil cannot be carried away by wind or water. Now the next method to prevent soil from getting eroded is shelter belts. Shelter belts means growing trees along the edge of farmlands. Growing different trees, which may be a taller one, may help a little bit more. Shelter belts are the barriers which are designed to reduce wind speed. Shelter belts are the rows of trees, usually along the fence lines. It is usually made up of one or more rows of trees planted in such a manner as to provide shelter from the wind and protect the soil from getting eroded. They are planted around the edge of fields or farms, that is, growing hedges or trees along the edge of farmlands as windbreakers reduce soil erosion by reducing the speed of wind. Now, building embankments. Strong embankments of rock and soil are built along the bank of river. As when the river flows, it carries soil and also constantly removes the soil from its bank. To stop this erosion, strong embankments of rock or soil called bund is built along the bank of river. High bunds can also prevent erosion on land by preventing flooding. So this is the picture of embankment. You can see the next thing is terrace farming. The next method of soil conservation is terrace farming. This is done by cutting steps in slopes. Terrace farming is done mostly in hilly areas, whereby steps known as terrace are built onto the slope of hills and mountains. When it rains instead of rain, carrying away the soil nutrients down the slope, they flow to the next step or the terrace. As the water flows down the terrace, its speed is reduced. As it goes down, steps after steps, thus erosion of soil is reduced as the soil which is eroded from one step gets deposited at the next step. Thus, the loss of soil is reduced. In this way, terrace farming is very beneficial in reducing erosion of soil in the hilly areas. This is the picture how the steps are cut and made into a mountain or hill and which help in the erosion of soil. So, in this lesson, we discussed about how soil is formed. Soil is formed by breaking down of rocks into small pieces by a process called weathering, which can be done due to wind, air, water, sunlight, animals, plants, changes in weather. So what is weathering? Weathering is the process of breaking down of rocks due to wind, air, water, plant, animals and change in weather. We also studied when that the soil stays on the earth's surface. It is there found in various layers. The topmost layer of soil is very fertile as it contains humus. So, the process of wind or flowing water carrying away the soil is known as soil erosion. What is soil erosion? The process of wind or flowing water carrying away the soil is known as soil erosion. As the soil is very important for us, it is very important that we should save the soil from getting eroded. This is known as conservation of soil. Now, soil can be conserved by various methods, by afforestation, providing soil cover, growing shelter belts, by terrace farming, that is farming on hill slopes, and by building embankments. We are going to end this session here. Hope you liked the session and understood the concepts that we have discussed.